Hey guys, hello, welcome to Rainbow Tarot UK. I'm Nev. If you're new, then such a warm welcome for you for joining me for a pick a card reading. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, then again, a big hug for coming back for another pick a card reading. So today's reading we're doing, what are their current thoughts about you, about the connection? What are they thinking about you and the connection? So we've got our three piles here as usual. I just want to remind you, like I always do, it's a general reading, so just take the messages that feel right to you. If they don't feel right to you, then they're probably for somebody else that's listening. And it is timeless, so the reading should be good for whenever you're finding it. But otherwise, let's get straight to our three piles. See you soon. Okay guys, so these are the three piles. We have pile number one, which is this card, which says nothing is yet set in stone, which is the mutable moon. That is pile number one, with the soda-like cube here. Then we have pile number two, which is the south node. It says don't let your past hold you back. That is pile number two, south node, with the carnelian stone here. And then pile number three, which is new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So that is pile number three, with the little amethyst cube here. Okay, so those are the three piles. Use your intuition, go for the one that feels right to you, the one that is kind of talking to you, if you like, or calling you or whatever. And yeah, and I will see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number one, and welcome to your reading. So today's reading is what are their current thoughts of you and the connection? What are they currently thinking about you and the connection? So you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is the mutable moon, and it says nothing is yet set in stone. So immutable is all about change, isn't it? So, you know, sort of shape-shifting, maybe something is still developing, so something along those lines. But let's see what the other cards and also the sodalite say before we say anything else. Now, I haven't pre-shuffled any oracle cards today, so I'm going to do that now. So let's get straight to that. So I just want to say a big thank you if you have subscribed lately, if you have commented, if you give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much. I do appreciate that. I do read the comments as much as I can and reply to as many as I can. So thank you so much for doing that. And if you feel that you do want to do it after this reading, then please do. You know, it just takes a couple of seconds, but it does make a huge difference to the channel and to me. But anyway, let's get straight to it. So, you know, what is pile number one's person's current thoughts, you know, about pile number one? What are they currently thinking about pile number one, about the connection? What are their thoughts, please? So this is the Weasel and Pine Introspection. The Weasel and Pine Introspection. And that is card number 9. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. What is pile number one's person's current thoughts about pile number one? What are they currently thinking about pile number one and the connection, please? And this is summer. Summer, so that could be a thing around, you know, I'm in the northern hemisphere, and at the moment, I thought that one needs to be, has been left for us to look at. You know, I'm in the northern hemisphere and it is our summertime now. Let's see what we've got here. The Magician, so that one wanted to be left out as well. Summer could represent growth, because things grow, you know, everything's grown in the summer, isn't it? It's kind of alive, if you like, in the summer. So it could be that. But let's have one more before we say anything. So what is pile number one's person's, you know, current thoughts about pile number one and the connection, please? Let's see what this one is. This one says single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. Okay, so at the moment I feel like your person is giving the situation quite a lot of thought, actually, with the introspection card here. Now, it could be that some of you are not together, because this weasel is on the branch looking at something in the distance, you know, they're from a long way away. So it could be for some of you that you aren't actually with this person, and the introspection is about the fact that they're giving that a lot of thought. Nothing is yet set in stone. Makes me feel that their thinking is maybe a little bit scattered, or a little bit changeable, or a little bit choppy. So maybe they're not stable in their thoughts about the connection. And the fact that you've got the single-mindedness kind of makes me feel that maybe they need more clarity. Maybe they're searching for clarity to become more single-minded about the connection, or to become more focused. Because it just seems strange that you've got immutable and then you've got single-minded. They're like opposites, aren't they? So I feel that this person is maybe trying to gain clarity, trying to, yeah, maybe there's a bit of confusion. Maybe with all these waves here, this kind of stormy scene, the connection is going through a little bit of a stormy time, a changeable time. It's not, you know, it could go one way or the other. It's that kind of thing. You know, nothing is yet set in stone. You don't know what way it's going to go, and that's certainly the way this person is thinking. But with the Magician card here, I mean, the Magician is about, you know, it reminds me of the Magician in the Tarot. So the Magician is about manifesting something. It's about bringing something to life. And it goes with the summer, really, you know, because as well as it, like I say, it could be literally a thing around the summer, something happening in the summer, or the summertime being significant for you and them. Maybe it's the time that you met, or some significant things happened in the summer. But I just feel as well it also represents kind of growth and vitality, and sort of maybe new beginnings or something like that. So it could be that this person with the Magician is thinking about manifesting something, bringing something to life. I noticed the heart in this summer here. There's a little heart, or a large heart here. So maybe it's that they want to reignite love, or grow love again, or something like that. It could be something like that for some of you. But let us get our tarot cards out and see. I'm just going to put that one, I might see if I can try and do that, just to raise it a little bit, so that we've got a bit more space. That's better, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. What are their, oh, we've got Ace of Wands, that's sort of fallen out there. We've got, what are their current thoughts? What is pile number one's current thoughts, please? What is pile number one's person's current thoughts? What are they thinking about pile number one and the connection? What are their current thoughts? What are they thinking about pile number one and the connection? Six of Swords. What are they currently thinking about pile number one and the connection? The devil rather. What are they currently thinking about pile number one and the connection? And we have the Hanged Man, and then this one wanted to come out, which was the Two of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. And the overarching energy is the Nine of Cups. This is a bit interesting. It goes with your main card, which is this person is slightly maybe a bit confused in their thinking, or maybe not clear. And I think that's probably why you've got the single-mindedness, because there might be a message somewhere in there for them to be more clear in their thinking, that they are spending a lot of time. They might be a bit of a procrastinator as well, this person as well, just sort of constantly thinking, overthinking, rethinking, and sitting on something rather than sort of taking any action. Now, central to it, you've got the Devil card here, which means that they might be obsessively thinking about it, because that is the Devil card. But there might be some negative patterns in this connection, or limiting self-beliefs, or things where somebody behaved selfishly, or maybe they behaved selfishly in this connection, because that is the Devil card here. But it also can be like obsessive thoughts, as I said, when somebody is kind of thinking about you obsessively. There might be a bit of an addiction to you. There might be some addictions in this connection. They may have some sort of harmful habits, or somebody might have some harmful habits in this connection. That might be influencing the way that they think. In some way that might be, because you've got this kind of slightly unstable energy in the first, in this card. I feel like the devil is also a bit of an unstable energy because it's somebody who's not really in control of themselves. And I feel like this person is, in their thinking, maybe a little bit scattered, maybe not fully control of themselves. And that's why they've got this card, you know, to get clarity, to take control, to be more focused. I feel like there's maybe a lack of focus with them. But they are thinking a lot, because you've also got the Hanged Man, and that again goes with the introspection card here, is a card of going inwards and reflecting. So I feel like this person is reflecting, trying to reflect. Maybe they're trying to overcome certain issues that either in the connection or within themselves. They are trying, because this has come right next to the Devil card here. So maybe they're trying to shift their perspective away from any kind of negative behaviours or beliefs or thought patterns, because that is normally the devil energy, to gain a new perspective, to gain a different perspective. Maybe they're thinking that that is what is required in this situation, that they need to have a different perspective, they need to have a different point of view, maybe they need to be different. Two of Pentacles, again, it's a sort of a lack of certainty, a lack of assurance. Now I'm just going to have to plug in my my battery again, pile number 1, so bear with me here. Great, back in the room there, sorry about that. I didn't want to lose the reading, so I needed to plug the battery back in. But yeah, I sort of feel that Two of Pentacles is a sort of weighing up energy. So I feel like this person is giving the situation a lot of thought, but they're kind of a bit confused in their thinking. They're not clear in their thinking. They are maybe being influenced by negative thinking or poor behaviour or poor actions that is maybe influencing the way they're thinking about the connection, thinking about you right now. They're not, with the nothing is set in stone, it doesn't feel to me like they are clear about, you know, what they, about how they feel or even think about this situation. But saying all that, I mean, the overarching energy, I'm just going to get rid of this, sorry. The overarching energy is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is like a wish fulfillment. So I feel like they do see you as a wish fulfillment in some way. They do think of you in that way. You are like a dream. It might be that you're separate from them, and now that you are a little bit of a fantasy, a dream for them, a wish come true, if you like. They do have thoughts about beginning again. I feel like for a lot of you, you probably are in separation from them, or there is a little bit of a pause or something like that. Or if you're with them, it could be that the situation is unstable. You feel like it's unstable. Maybe somebody feels like they want to move away from the situation, because the Six of Swords is about moving away from something that is difficult or tricky into calmer waters. So it could be that it's a bit of a, you're at a bit of a crossroads in this connection. This person is thinking, do we stay in the connection with the Ace of Wands here, and begin again, or do we move away from the connection? Do we move on onto something else? There might be something like that going on, and that's why you've got this mutable moon as your main card. So I feel like this person is mixed, and they need to actually gain some clarity themselves. They probably need this time apart to be more reflective, to be more introspective, to get a handle. Maybe I feel like this Devil card, to get a handle on themselves. They might be thinking very negatively or behaving very negatively. So they need to shift as well. They need to shift their perspective. But there's uncertainty with them. They might be giving mixed messages. You might not be clear with them. They might not have been reliable with you. But you are still a wish fulfillment for them in some way. Now, in terms of astrological signs, Ace of Wands could be any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Six of Swords is Aquarius. Devil is Capricorn. Hanged Man is Pisces. Two of Pentacles is Capricorn again. And the Nine of Cups is Pisces energy. But let's see what else we have for them. Let's see. What is pile number 1's? I mean, they might be if you're in separation, they might be watching you from afar with this weasel and pine here. Anyway, so I feel like with them, they might be kind of weighing things up. They're not, there's definitely a lack of clarity to them, a lack of certainty to them, or certainty in their thoughts and thinking, really. So what is pile number one's person current thoughts? What are they currently thinking about pile number one? What are their current thoughts? What are they currently thinking about pile number one? The devil again. The devil has come up twice. So you might be a huge temptation for them here with the devil. Because we've got this, I can't show it fully because of YouTube rules, but we've got this woman who's naked with this snake around her. So I feel like you might be a massive temptation, really, for them. Somebody that they're thinking about obsessively, really. I mean, they might be having, fantasizing about you, maybe physically or sort of, that kind of energy, really. What is pile number one's person's current thoughts? What are they thinking about pile number one? Two of Wands. Okay, what else do we have? Queen of Pentacles. So sorry. Let's put that devil back again. Queen of Pentacles. What are they currently thinking? The Magician again has come up again. So you have the devil twice and the Magician twice. What are they currently thinking? And the Ten of Cups. 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. And the Eight of Wands is the overarching energy. I mean, there might be certain things about this situation that is holding it back. That is might be why you have the devil card twice. There might be certain things in the setup of whatever the connection is, the setup of the connection, which is holding it back. Or they may be with their thoughts, their fears, their doubts, maybe their insecurities are holding it back in some way with the devil card here. But I think it's probably about them being, because you've got this kind of mutable moon, just because you've also got the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands again is about sort of like making it, maybe there are choices in this situation, so maybe this is a situation of choices, because maybe they're having to, choose, or they feel like they're having to choose between two options or something like that. That could also be it. But with the Magician card coming up twice, it does make me feel that they want to, out of this period maybe of being away from you, of being separate from you, with the Hanged Man, shifting their perspective, they're looking to manifest something with you, to create something with you, either as a renewal or as a new situation in some way. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles, maybe I feel like they desperately want some sort of stability or security with you, and maybe that's a tricky for them, because they've got the Devil card coming up twice, but they've got the Queen of Pentacles, and that is all about stability, security, loyalty. She's also a very attractive character. It makes me feel that they're thinking of you, that you are very attractive, that you attract them enormously, that you have a lot of... I feel like even with the Two of Wands here and this particular image, like you have a lot of maybe, or they're thinking you have a lot of power over them, or a lot of allure, really, and that pulls them in some way, particularly with this card here, and the Devil, and this woman with a snake wrapped around her body. I feel like they're seeing you as somebody who's really alluring and pulls them in. And with the Magician, it could be as well this person, there might have been a lack of honesty with them, because the Magician, because it's come up twice, the flip side of the Magician is a little bit of a trickster energy, and because you've got the Devil come up twice, so maybe this person, has been a bit tricky in the past, or behaved in, not, maybe it's all been about them, quite selfish, maybe they've been quite selfish. And I would say to be aware that that's, probably still there to some degree, But I think it's also just about them being, going backwards and forwards, not being clear about what they want. So maybe 1 minute they want to be with you, 1 minute they don't want to be with you, something like that. But they do, they do see you as somebody who's very attractive and as somebody who's very alluring. And on one hand, there is a strong pull towards creating something with you, building something with you. But I just, you know, because you also got the Ten of Cups, which is, you know, about happiness, about emotional happiness. So you've got the Nine of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, and then you've got the Ten of Cups, which is almost like a marriage scene, isn't it? In this particular Ten of Cups, it's like a girl in a wedding dress. So I feel like, you know, this person, you know, a lot of their thoughts is around being with you, creating a situation with you, possibly committing to you. And with the Eight of Wands, the overall arching energy, which is a sort of sense of speed. So maybe it is that they want to, you know, sometimes kind of act quickly. But I just feel like with them there's a little bit of procrastination. There's a little bit of something holding them back. Some sort of, it's their thoughts or behaviour or something in the situation that is maybe holding them back in some way. That's making them, you know, be needing to work on being clearer or being more sort of settled or more stable. So maybe with the Queen of Pentacles here underneath the Devil card, it's sort of like they're trying to, maybe working hard on trying to be more stable, but it's something that's possibly not something that comes, you know, naturally to them, if you know what I mean. But in terms of astrological signs, I mean, the Devil again is Capricorn, Two of Wands is Aries, Queen of Pentacles could be any of the earth signs of Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Ten of Cups is Pisces energy, and the Eight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. So let's see if we've got any message cards from them. What are their thoughts? What is pile number one's thoughts right now? Their current thoughts about pile number one. What's pile number one's person's current thoughts about pile number one, please? We've got this one, which is criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. I mean, maybe with the Devil coming up quite twice, there might have been some bitterness or some difficulties in the situation. You know, something like that. Let's see what else we've got here. What is... oh, that one's coming out and that one's coming out. Let's see what these are. Their current thoughts, please. So this one says forgiveness. Okay, so that's interesting what I just said there, because the forgiveness sort of leads on from that. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream and imagine. Okay, so maybe, yeah, maybe there's been a bit of negativity, you know, a lot of negativity in the situation. Manifesting miracles. Now, it's interesting that you should have that, because you've got the Magician twice, which is all about manifestation. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So there you go, pile number one. That's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number two, and welcome back to your reading. So today's reading we're looking at, aren't we, their current thoughts. What are they currently thinking about you and the connection? And you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is the South Node. And it's like a karmic point on, you know, on your sort of astrology chart, opposite to the North Node, obviously. And it says, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back, with the carnelian stone here. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm just going to move the sodalite from number one's reading, but that might be a sign if you felt drawn to number one. Only if you felt drawn to it, obviously. Now, I haven't pre-shuffled any oracle cards today, so let's do that. First of all, big thank you if you have given me a thumbs up, if you've subscribed, if you have left a comment. I do try to answer the comments. I really appreciate that. It does make a huge difference, actually, to me and to the channel. So if you feel like you want to do that, then please do. It just takes a couple of seconds, but like I say, it really does make a huge difference. But anyway, let's see. So what is pile number one's person? It's not pile number one, sorry. Again, that might be a reference for pile number one. What is pile number two's person's current thoughts? What are they currently thinking about pile number two? What are they currently currently thinking about pile number 2, please? I feel like that one wants to come out. Door of Dreams. Door of Dreams. Okay. What else have we got here? What are they currently thinking, please? Where's pile number 2's person's current thoughts? What are they currently thinking? The Deer and Oat Healing. The Deer and Oat Healing. Right, and then one more. Let's see what we've got here. What are they currently thinking? What are their current thoughts, please? What's pile number 2's person's current thoughts? What are they currently thinking about pile number 2? Resilience. It says, sorry, resilience there. Card number 1 with the sea turtle here. There is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. And central to it, I've just noticed, is a heart there. Little heart here in the middle. I feel like this person might feel like stuck in some way with the South Node, because the South Node is a sort of we come into this lifetime really to move into the North Node, which is all about the kind of route that we should be on, that we should be moving towards. And the South Node is is the past, is what we've always done in previous lifetimes. And it says here, don't let your past hold you back. So maybe they're thinking that the connection, or that they feel stuck in wherever it is, wherever the connection is, they feel stuck. They want to release something maybe, or heal from something, maybe, or in separation, and they're trying to do some healing. They're trying to let go of something, release something, as I said. It might be quite hard on them with the resilience card here and this little heart, but they're just sort of like trying to do it at their own pace. Now there may be some dreams, the Door of Dreams here. They may be dreaming or fantasizing about something. It's almost like they want to open those doors and go into the light, isn't it? Move into almost like the North Node, not feel stuck anymore. Something like that. So maybe the situation is stuck or has been stuck, and they want it to be released, or they want it to move forward, or they want there to be change, they want there to be progress along with healing, something like that. But let's see, let's pull out some tarot cards here. So let's ask, what is pile number 2's person's current thoughts about pile number 2 and the connection? What are their current thoughts about pile number 2 and the connection? What are they currently thinking about pile number 2 and the connection? The King of Cups. So sorry, the King of Cups there. What are they currently thinking? Or maybe they themselves need to release something from the past. They need to move out of something from the past. They need to move out of something that's keeping them stuck. Something like that. And go into a sort of world, almost like a world of dreams, a dream world, something that's, much better. What is pile number 2's person, currently thinking? What have we got here? So we've got the 2 of Pentacles. And we've got the Star. Star is also about healing. So maybe you are in separation from this person, or there's, they're wanting some healing in the situation in some way. That's what they're thinking. What is pile number 2's person currently thinking, please? 5 of Swords, yeah, okay. And the overarching energy is the Knight of Pentacles. So for some of you, with the 5 of Swords here, there may have been some issue or problem. The 5 of Swords is normally like a battle where there are winners and losers, really. So it could be that some of you have had some kind of tension or problem or argument, or even come into separation, and maybe somebody feels that they've kind of, benefited more from a separation, if some of you are in separation, than others. With the King of Cups here, they're thinking is still very much, they're thinking of you in still a very, very loving way. And I'm also being drawn to the Star card, this sort of sense of healing. I feel like this person is thinking that they do want healing, and they want to move out of a stuck situation. So whatever the stuckness is for them, I feel they definitely want to move out of that and into something better. Yeah, it might be a tricky time, because here it just says, you know, patience to handle what is happening. So maybe there's some difficult times that are happening at the moment for the two of you with the Five of Swords here, because the Five of Swords, you know, like I say, normally depicts a sort of battle where you have the winner in the foreground, but it's kind of like a bit of an empty victory, really, because it's at the expense of people that have lost out and that are suffering. So I think this person is wanting healing. They might be looking at you with a star here, because the star can be a card of popularity. So they might feel that you're very popular, somebody that they, also somebody that they look at, but the star is also about hope and healing. So I think this person is still having a lot of hope for this situation. The Two of Pentacles, again, is it might be in a bit of a precarious situation where it's sort of, you know, the Two of Pentacles is often a sort of choices, a card of choices, or having to weigh things up. Yeah, just not being on very safe ground at the moment here with this little unicycle or whatever it is, penny farthing, I think, being ridden across these kind of, across the water. It's not very stable. So maybe they're thinking that they're not very stable, the situation isn't very stable, but there's still lots of love left in the situation with the King of Cups here. There's still lots of creativity, because Cups is all about creativity, and we've got Door of Dreams. There's still lots of that you can create in this situation. There's still a lot left in it. That's what they're thinking. And with the Knight of Pentacles, that is about usually a card of action, but it is a card of slow action. So it makes me feel this person is slowly wanting to act in a way that maybe takes the situation out of a sense of stuckness, or out of a sense of being weighed down by what has gone on before with the don't let your past hold you back, and wants to move forward in a more positive way, in a more stable and reliable way with the Knight of Pentacles here, because that is all about stability and reliability. And it also, the Knight of Pentacles has a lot of resilience really as well, interestingly. So maybe it's, you know, a situation that does require a lot of resilience, but they, you know, they want to show resilience in this situation. So in terms of astrological signs, I mean, the King of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Two of Pentacles is Capricorn. The Star is Aquarius. Five of Swords is Aquarius as well. And the Knight of Pentacles could be any of the earth signs of Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. Let's get some more cards out to see what they are thinking, what their current thoughts. So what is pile number two's person's current thinking and thoughts about pile number two, please? That one wants to come out, which is, oh, the Knight of Cups, right under the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. There we go. What's this one? The Ten of Cups. And this came out actually in pile number one. So there's another reference there to pile number one. Where's the pile number two's person's current thoughts and thinking about pile number two, please? We have got the Nine of Cups. So you've got the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Goodness me. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. That also came out in pile number one. Wow. So, and the Ace of Swords. This person is thinking so romantically about you, pile number two, because you have all these cups here. I mean, the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. So the Nine of Cups is like a wish fulfillment. And I think this person is actually on their knees in front of this woman. I feel like they're almost making an offer. It looks as if they might even be, to me it looks like a sort of like a proposal, an old-fashioned kind of proposal in some way, doesn't it? But they see you as somebody who will be an absolute wish come true. And interestingly, it comes right under the Star. And the Star is about wishing and dreaming and having hope. And I feel like this person is seeing you as somebody who they are wishing for, that they are dreaming about. And that is also the Nine of Cups, a wish fulfillment. So 100% they are thinking that you are somebody, you know, if you're not with them, they definitely want healing. They want the situation to come out, to not be stuck. Maybe they want to release themselves from something in their past that might be holding them back in this connection. But they definitely see you as somebody who is a wish fulfillment. And also somebody who is, again, this is interesting because this card is the Ten of Cups, which is about emotional fulfillment. It's, you know, the most emotionally happy and fulfilled that you can be with anybody. And this is like a marriage scene, isn't it? It's interesting that I just said this was a proposal. So I feel like this person might be thinking of commitment, might be thinking of marriage, might be thinking of settling down, doing something formal, making a gesture, doing a formal gesture for you in some way around commitment, which, you know, obviously sounds like a marriage or engagement or something like that. I feel like that is what this person is thinking about with you. And then before that, you've got the Knight of Cups, which is all about making a romantic gesture. The Knight of Cups, Knights are about action. They're about taking action, and this Knight of Cups is about taking romantic action, about showing, you know, what you mean to them in terms of what they're saying to you, in terms of their gestures. I mean, this image, which is obviously a part of a famous pre-Raphaelite painting. I can't remember the painter that painted this, but it looks very much like a pre-Raphaelite, part of the pre-Raphaelite period. And, you know, it's this knight, you know, just leaning in for a kiss. It's so romantic. Just leaning in for a kiss with his lady, that, you know, is on the horse. And it just looks beautiful. It just looks so beautiful. So I felt this person is just having such romantic feelings and thoughts about you, all culminating or leading up to the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is a card of commitment. It's a card of commitment and having a committed situation with somebody, of being stable and solid. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is usually with somebody else. They're not normally, I don't equate personally, although the Queen of Pentacles is very independent, like all the queens, she's also very caring and nurturing and loving. And so I always equate the Queen of Pentacles with being in a couple, with being with somebody, you know, being in a harmonious relationship, usually a settled and stable relationship, because she is the Queen of Pentacles after all, and Pentacles is all about stability and, you know, being solid and being, you know, in a relatively conventional situation. So for me, that's what this person is kind of thinking, really, about you. Now, the Ace of Swords is, you know, a bold, new, clear, honest beginning. And this lady is kind of knighting this knight, isn't she? And I feel like, again, it's like they're sort of like they want to receive recognition from you. They want to receive attention from you. They want you to think well of them. They want you to, yeah, they want to serve you. I think this knight is obviously being knighted in order to serve what looks to be the queen. So it feels like, to me, this person wants to, you know, be, and again, interestingly, we've got two cards where this male figure is on their knees, really. It's almost like yeah, that idea of wanting to serve you, to do everything for you, to give pledges, give oaths, you know, that kind of, it has that kind of feel to it. So, yeah, it makes me feel this person is, if there has been any issue with you, with the Five of Swords here, then they want to overcome those issues. They want to heal that, and get out of a stuckness, move away from what might have gone on in the past, to create something with you that is very, very, very loving in the future. Now, in terms of astrological signs, the Knight of Cups is usually Pisces, Ten of Cups is Pisces, and Nine of Cups is also Pisces, Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and the Ace of Swords could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So you've got all of these Pisces cards. Pisces is one of the deepest and the most romantic signs of the zodiac. And so it makes me feel that this person is really deep, is thinking deeply. They're deep in their emotions and feelings for you, and they have nothing but love. Their thoughts are very loving towards you. But anyway, let's see what cards we've got for you. So let's have a look and see. It's a lovely reading. What are they thinking? What are their current thoughts about pile number 2, please? What is pile number 2's person's current thoughts about pile number 2, please? Now this one here says freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So that is freedom. Let's see what else you've got. What are the messages here? This one says, look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So maybe with the 5 of Swords or the 2 of Pentacles, and with the, the South Node and the resilience, maybe there's been something in this situation that's been holding it back or making it feel stuck. What else have we got, please? This one seems to want to come out. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So pile number 2, that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. But otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So today's reading we're doing, aren't we? What are their current thoughts? What are they currently thinking about you and the connection? So you chose to come into the reading under this card, which says it's new moon in Libra, and it says a new romantic cycle begins. So there you go. Libra might mean something to some of you. And we have the little amethyst cube here. So I'm just going to put that there. Now, I haven't pre-shuffled any oracle cards today, so let's do that. So let's ask, big thank you if you have subscribed, if you have given me a thumbs up or commented or shared or any of that. It just means such a lot to the channel and to me, and I really appreciate that. And it only takes a couple of seconds, so if you feel you want to do that, then please do. But let's ask, what is pile number 3's person's current thoughts, or what are they currently thinking about pile number 3 and the connection, please? So that one wants to come out. Well, 2 seems to want to come out, so let's take them there. There we have the Elk and Ash, Strength. The Elk and Ash, Strength, that's card number 8. Like the 8 in the Strength is... 8 is the Strength card as well in the tarot. Then we have the Goat and Willow, Overcoming Obstacles. Strength, that's interesting. Strength and overcoming obstacles. Okay, so obviously they came out together because they kind of go together, don't they? Let's put them there for now. Let's see what we've got here. What is pile number 3's person's current thinking, current thoughts about pile number 3? Let's have a look here. What we got? Oh, 48, disengage from outcomes. So we've got a whale card here. Disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. So with the overcoming obstacles of the Strength, with the a new romantic cycle begins, and new moon in Libra, I feel like this person wants a new start with you, wants to get rid of or release anything that might have gone on, any negativity. They want to overcome that. I mean, Libra is all about balance. It's all about love, harmony, negotiation, relationships. It's always aiming for balance. So, when it's the new moon in Libra, it's talking really about a restart or maybe a reconciliation. Anything around that, negotiations, getting a just outcome, that kind of thing. So that's the way this person is thinking. They want to be strong and they want to overcome any obstacles, and they want a new beginning, a balanced beginning with you. They want to, release what might have any negativity. If there's been negativity in the situation, they want to release that. They want to bring things back into balance here. But let's see one more. We'll have one more. I might put that there. Then I'll put that there like that. And we'll see What is pile number three's person currently thinking? What are their current thoughts? Please, not that one. What are their current thoughts, please, about pile number three? Okay. Melting. Melting. That's interesting. Melting. There's a lot of heat in this. Melting. Okay, interesting. Let's put that down there. Let's put these here. And let's see what we've got with our tarot. So, what is pile number three's person's current thoughts, current thinking? Oh, we've got the Page of Cups that came out there. Page of Cups. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. What is their current thinking, please? What are they currently thinking? The Sun. And then also this one, which is the Chariots. Now again, that's sort of two roads, isn't it? Okay. And then the overarching energy is the Nine of Wands. Now you've got two cards that have twos in it. So you've got the you've got the Two of Pentacles and you've got the Chariot. Sorry, the Two of Pentacles here, and then you've got the Chariot. But they clearly show sort of two things, really. Now, what it makes me feel, because you've also on your main card got the Scales, and I feel like this little witch here is looking at the Two Pentacles, but what I feel like there may be there may be some sort of, or maybe there's been some kind of choice or something like that, or something where this person is thinking that they have to weigh something up, or maybe the actual situation is at a little bit of a crossroads, or it was at a little bit of a crossroads. But I feel like with the black and the white sign here, it is about bringing the situation back into balance. This person wants to bring it back into balance. Maybe they want to get rid of any uncertainty, any doubts, because the traditional meaning of the Chariot is to stay focused and not be swayed by anything that might be pulling you in different directions. It's to stay in the centre of the Chariot or the motorbike here and to stay on your path. So I feel like this person is thinking that they want to bring it back into balance, and they want to bring focus. They want to focus back on the situation. They want to release any doubts, any dithering, any kind of lack of certainty. They don't really want that anymore. They're thinking that they want to bring things back into balance. Page of Cups might be an apology or a message in some ways. They might be thinking that they want to message you, connect with you, have a new beginning, because pages can be a new beginning. It's a little bit of a crush energy as well, Page of Cups. So for some of you, and also you've got the new romantic cycle begins. So it feels like to me, they want to have this new romantic cycle with you. And this would go with the Page of Cups. And a new beginning with you that is balanced, because it makes them feel happy, because the connection and you make them feel happy. So, they want that feeling again. They want that sense of happiness, really. These guys are all having... Also, we've got one lady here that is clearly pregnant. So I feel like it's, they want to create something with you. They want it to be abundant again. But they might not. You might not be fully there yet, because she's not had the baby yet, has she? It's still incubating. So maybe the situation for some of you is in separation, because the overarching energy is the Nine of Wands, or it's not. It's just going through. It has gone through a tough cycle. It's gone through a difficult cycle, and now they want a new cycle, which is a more romantic cycle, which is a better cycle, which is a more balanced cycle, because the Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior. So it's somebody that is had to battle, had to fight. Clearly this witch has got her back up against the tree. She's had to ward off any, anyone who's tried any opponents. But she's still standing there, isn't she? She's still the one that's standing strong. So it makes me feel this person is wanting to still stand up for the connection, still hold on to the connection, still fight for the connection, still be in the connection, really, in a balanced way. They want a more balance. So maybe it's been tough, Maybe there's been a lot of hardship in it, but now they want to bring it back into balance. Something like that. But in terms of astrological signs, I mean, the Page of Cups could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Two of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. The Sun is obviously Aries energy. And the Chariot is Cancer energy. Nine of Wands is Sagittarius energy. So those are just some of the astrological signs. But anyway, let's see what else we have for you. How is pile number 3's person currently thinking about pile number 3? What are their current thoughts about pile number 3? What are their current thoughts about pile number 3? Okay. Let's see what we've got here. 5 of Cups. Right. What else have we got? The Sun again. The Sun has come up twice for you, pile number 3. Whoa, they must really... I think they really see you as being their happiness. I think you bring a lot of warmth into their life. Definitely. What is pile number 3's person's current thinking? What are their current thoughts about pile number 3? And these two seem to want to come out, which is the Moon, or the Sun and the Moon, right next to each other. And Temperance. Well, that's interesting because that's all about balance. And then what have we got underneath? The King of Wands. Okay, King of Wands here. I mean, there's some sadness here, so it makes me feel that, you know, and that would make sense with the overcoming obstacles, the Strength card, and a new cycle. So the 5 of Cups is about disappointment. It is about loss. It is about lack and upset. I mean, you can see from this card, can't you, that there's, you know, I feel like this person is very sad, or the situation maybe before and whatever's happened in it has made this person feel very sad. There's, you know, they're almost crying. I think this girl is almost crying in this painting or this depiction. There's maybe a lot of worry going on, maybe some regret. There may be some regret, or some regrets in some way, you know, depending on what has happened. So that might be why maybe they did something. Because that's why it comes under the Page of Cups, which can be also an apology or wanting to reach out, you know. And maybe they want to reach out because they feel very sad, upset or unhappy without you. Because you do make them feel incredibly happy. You know, there's something about you that is their kind of happiness, is their sunshine. And we've got the Moon here, so obviously that just makes me feel Moon and Sun, or Sun and Moon, you know, like, you know, counterparts really. They feel like you are their, you know, you are their other half really. You balance each other out. And interestingly, the Sun and the Moon, you know, there's a balance there, isn't there? You know, the yin, the yang, the male, the female, the positive, you know, whatever you want to call it, it's together, landing right next to each other. There is a balance to it. So I feel like this person is seeing this connection, or thinking that this connection is is at its core. You complement each other. You fill in the gaps for each other. You, you are the other, like a twin flame almost, something like that. They're seeing it in that way. Now, it could be as well that they are feeling, again, quite low, because the Moon can be a little bit of a, you know, depressed energy. I mean, clearly in this image as well, I don't know if you can see, this figure is holding their head in their hands. So there might be a lot of despair or unhappiness coming right under the Sun. So you've got the Sun next to it and you've got the Sun above it. So maybe they're feeling just incredibly unhappy without you, and they're thinking that, you know, if I could be with pile number 3, it would just lighten my mood. It would make me feel so much lighter, so much brighter, so much happier. Because at the moment, I'm feeling a little bit lost, a little bit confused, a little bit unhappy. Maybe there's been some, you know, because the moon card can also talk about deception. So maybe there has been some deception in the situation, you know, that came to light with the sun on either side of it and above it. So something that came to light that maybe let it come into separation or created issues with it, with the Nine of Wands. But I feel like it's more also about a kind of like the moon is it could be also a situation that was in cycles, because the moon can be, you know, does govern the tides, and the tides come in, they go out. It's like a cyclical thing, isn't it? And they're all the phases of the moon. So maybe they're thinking, you know, that this situation was happened in cycles, or was possibly unpredictable or something like that. But they don't want that now. They want balance, because there's a lot of references in all of this reading to bringing things back into balance. So if it's been unpredictable with the moon card here, or unreliable, or confusing, or anything like that, which is not stable, then what they are wanting is things to be more balanced. They want to bring it into balance so that you don't have that anymore. I think that's what they're thinking. Now, with the Temperance card, that is, as I said, exactly the card of balance, because you know, that's what Temperance is. It's often about, there might also be differences between you. There might be some differences between you, because that can sometimes be indicated with the Temperance card. But that's something that, you know, I think we've got here, overcoming obstacles. So if there are any obstacles, you know, it might be to do with differences, you know, for some people, then they want to overcome that. But the Temperance card is about balancing things out. Is about making sure that you get just the right balance actually between you. That's kind of what they're wanting. Everything in this reading is about them wanting the situation to begin again in a romantic way, in a loving way, and to get it out of what they would consider an unbalanced situation, a situation that they're not happy in. Now, the overarching energy is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, I mean, kings are wise energy. They're always wise energy. So the Wands is about passion. It's about fire. It's about energy. It's about, sparking something up. So I feel like this person wants to spark up something again with you, and it goes with a new romantic cycle, you know, to begin again in a really kind of passionate, creative, energized way. To have a lot of fun with you as well. I feel like their mood might be quite low without you. I feel like they might have quite a low mood without you, and that might be why you've got the Strength card, because I feel like they believe, because you've got the Sun twice, that you give them, that you kind of somehow allow them to feel stronger. Now, obviously, they need to also build up their own strength, you know, independently. But all I'm saying here is that your sort of presence makes them feel more stable and more strong. So maybe you kind of anchor them a little bit, or you make them feel stronger in themselves, something like that, because you've got the Sun here twice. So you bring your sort of brightness, your sunshine, your energy, whatever it is, kind of lifts them. And the King of Wands is that they like that, because Wands is all about fire. It's about energy. It's about it's kind of got a real kind of get up and go to it. So I feel like this person wants this situation to lift, to rise, to have, you know, get up and go in it again, to reignite, because somehow that will also reignite them. Because at the moment they might be feeling quite low in spirits, or caught up in sadness, something like that. Now, in terms of astrological signs, the Five of Cups is Scorpio, the Sun again is Aries, the Moon is Pisces, Temperance is Sagittarius, and the King of Wands could be any of the any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But let's get some message cards. So, what is pile number 3's person's? Oh, there's too many there. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have all of those. I'm just going to take that one because it's left itself there. So let's see what this one is. I just need to cover up this lady's nakedness. Oh, that's interesting. So this says healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So that's about healing. I feel like this person obviously does want to, does want healing. I mean, balance, bringing something into balance is all about trying to heal it, isn't it? It's trying to overcome anything that might have been bringing it out of balance. Let's see what else we've got. What else? What is pile number 3's person's current thoughts, thinking? Okay, so again, it's amazing this reading. Again, you've got the yin and the yang. The yin and yang, again, the main symbol of balance. And actually this says, can you believe it? This says balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Considering everything we've said about this reading and this person wanting balance, you've actually got the balance card there. It's incredible the way the cards work. Let's see, I feel like this one at the top here is just wait. This says don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. That's interesting. I felt like I needed to pick that one up. So let's do one more. Oh, let's put that one there. One more for pile number 3 and their person. What is pile number 3's person's thinking? I've got 2 here. So I've got this one, which is soulmate. Wow. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So this is a soulmate card here. It's a bit like the sun and the moon and what I was saying about that connection that they feel with you as their counterpart. And this is only time will tell. So we've got wait and only time will tell. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.